Ladies and gentlemen, both Bitcoin and Ethereum just had themselves a very beautiful leg up, with Ethereum being up roughly 4% from our initial long position open, Bitcoin similarly up roughly 4%, but I'll tell you right now that we're not completely in the clear. There are a few things that we're watching right now in the Bitcoin chart, in the Ethereum chart, and of course for XRP. But it seems that our idea of yesterday with this oversold RSI has been playing out quite nicely. Again, if you do not remember what I said, every single time in the near past that Bitcoin's RSI got to oversold levels, was there a very nice pump quickly afterwards. And this time yet again, Bitcoin went towards an oversold RSI. And again, just take a look at the past. Every single time it happened, the price very quickly recovered. I will warn you though that just like we've seen here back in November, this recovery does not necessarily have to last. Right now it seems like we're facing some resistance that we saw a little bit earlier in December, and it seems that over the last couple of hours we did actually get a rejection, which coincided with the breakdown of this rising wedge. And to be honest, we've just got ourselves two very important levels to watch right now. Either for the price to continue back down and retest the levels we weren't breaking yesterday, after which it would not be too crazy to fall to the levels we discussed in yesterday's videos. We might also attribute some of the weakness to these still positive funding rates, which basically showcase that borrowing money to go long is relatively expensive right now because a lot of people are doing it. And before I move on, by the way, make sure you go crazy on that like button. I'm planning to do more live trading videos, live trading streams, and position updates on whether or not we're longing or shorting altcoins. But I want to see some massive support for you guys, as I'm going to be able to put, or as I'm going to have to put a lot of effort in getting these video updates to you guys every single day. But anyway, I will let you know my next move. Right now, we're hoping for a breakthrough of these previous high points. But since I just said, it's definitely not too late for Bitcoin to turn this little pullback into a proper correction. Because like I was saying in my Telegram group earlier, which I highly recommend you guys to join, 35% corrections are not that crazy in bull markets. Like explained yesterday though, we had our initial orders right here for opening a long position, a rather small one, but hey, our main long positions opened at roughly halfway through our 39,000, with backup longs all the way towards the $37.5 thousand area. And once more, the longer term strategy is if this level breaks, we're looking for short positions. Again, we're going to flip our longs into shorts, expecting again Bitcoin to make some bigger correction with our initial potential exit at roughly $34.5 thousand. With the idea basically being Bitcoin ever since it broke this $32,000 mark has just been on a massive rise with almost no stops. Yes, there's been some price action throughout, but it's basically been except for the most recent price action, beautiful exponential rise. And so yes, I am still committed to long positions as we're still expecting the bull market curve to continue, with again some backup buying in place, only giving up on the short term, expecting a massive, or at least rather massive correction for Bitcoin if it just keeps breaking down. Keep in mind that right now we're basically just consolidating sideways, but it would be interesting to see Bitcoin actually continue a pattern that we've basically seen recently, right? This is a direct copy of the price action we've seen over the last week. And thus far, it's pretty much exactly the same, funny enough. It's like nearly spot on. Then again, on the shortest of terms, yes, we are seeing a little bit of a bullish structure, but on the slightly longer time frame, it is actually still quite bearish, being that we're only continuing to go lower with lower highs and, as of this point, lower lows. But again, we're going to have to see whether or not Bitcoin actually breaks the massive 40K. It is interesting to note though that over on Binance, this is liquidation heat map, you can see the immense pressure that is lying just above $42,000, and you can understand more so why we just got rejected at these areas is because everybody's expecting the same top. Everybody's expecting that similar resistance to follow the pattern that we saw basically December 5th. Even on Bitcoin's general chart, this has shifted a lot, by the way, over the past couple of hours. The majority of the pressure seems to be lying above us, and for the most part, we already expected that when Bitcoin made such a massive wick towards the downside. Again, there was not that much liquidity between this range, like even right now there isn't really. And I know there's some, or rather a lot, hanging around this $38,000 area. This is just the difference between short-term and a little bit longer of a term. On the short term, we are actually in quite a free range here. with our major bounce being the $38,000 area and the 45-ish, or basically this previous top. And so our consolidation phase has a pretty wide range, with some short-term bounce, some short-term pressure being felt at 42, and of course at our previous little bottom here at 40.2. But there's a very good chance that a move above or below these two fields is going to show us the next direction, and will also decide for us what we do. But generally speaking, we are just looking to open more longs at hopefully better prices even. Anyway, I will say again that if this is all difficult to you, you're new to it, or you like free money, and who doesn't, there is a link down below for a free $500 Bitcoin trade that you can use over on Bybit. You can see here exactly what you need to do. Have minimum of $100 in your account. Make sure you use the link down below. And if you previously made an account, but not with the link down below, check out the form that's over on the website that's linked down below. And I think we're going to be doing a massive Christmas special where we give away a good sum of either trading bonuses or money, I'm not sure yet, to our loyal subscribers with the notification bell on. And I'm going to be testing that soon to see who's got that notification bell on. And if you do have it, make sure you let me know in the comment section down below. And funny enough, recently we talked about Ethereum's most important price range, which is basically between $1,900 and $2,100. And right now, exactly that is where Ethereum is bouncing off of. Came back to the previous tops. Again, Ethereum found itself a top there in April of 2023, and it found itself a top there. This is a point of struggle all throughout the last couple of years, even all the way back here in the beginning of 2021, February 2021. And that's where Ethereum is bouncing off of right now. Interestingly enough, though, it does not actually look bearish on the long term, which is why I am only, for the most part, talking about long positions here, because Ethereum has actually been making higher highs and higher lows consecutively. This is again a very clear uptrend from all the way back here in 2022. And even if it were to fall back down to 1,725, this $1,700 region, I'd still expect more upside in the short term. And this, even though we might place ourselves a very short-term short here throughout this range, those would quote unquote be the risky ones. The long positions are the safe place because it's a bull market. And right now we're still trading Bitcoin a lot. Bitcoin is our main focus, but it's going to change most likely rather soon, as Bitcoin's dominance is falling hard, and we're just waiting for it to break this range, break this uptrend for altcoin season to officially start. And the general thesis still has not changed either, that we're going to be making a new all-time high a couple of months into, I'd say probably at the end of 2024, potentially a little bit sooner because of all the ETF talk, etc. But if you're wondering, yes, the pattern is still the same that we've seen in exactly every cycle. So yeah, it's definitely not that surprising, the price action that we're seeing right now. And the pullback or potentially correction here is also completely normal. Even if we were to fall all the way down to 30,000, it would not break the structure, and I'd still be set for whatever, 150,000 or whatnot within the next 16 months. So again, for a free trade, check out the description down below and make sure you press that like button if you're enjoying these crypto updates. It's funny. One video, one trade instantly. You don't always have that. Over the next couple of months though, I think we're going to be doing a fun $1,000 to $10,000 challenge and potentially a $10,000 to $100,000 trading challenge. And then on my main DustyBC channel, we're going to be doing a $10,000 to $1 million challenge maybe. So if you guys are in for that, make sure you press that like button, and hopefully I'll see you guys back tomorrow.